And now I'm going to show you the single knife techniques. Usually what you want to learn first is you learn single stick, then you learn open hand. I teach you open hand. Then I teach you the double stick. Then we go to the single knife, and then we're going to go to double knife. At first I'm going to show you maybe single knife against single stick, and then we'll go knife against knife and double knife against stick, and then double knife against single knife, or some, just a little bit. This is mostly a basic tape. I don't want to take you into my advanced knife fighting because it's very intricate and it can go forever. When you hold the knife, I usually say we have a slash method. A slash method mostly is for slashing. You do all your slashing. If you've gotten ripped, you stick and you rip. If I had, this blade would be right here. If I stab the guy, and this is a single edged knife, if I try to rip through him without twisting, it'll lock up. So if you stick them, you'll see my hand grip. Unless it's a double edge. If it's a double edge, I can pull through. If it's not a double edge, it's going to bind. So you'll see me ripping. So if I stick them, and then I'll rip them, okay? Dagger method is very quick, okay? Dagger method is hit in two. And dagger, you stick and rip. It's one of the best way to gut because it's a strong grip and it's hit in. Usually when we go to dagger, we're more in close. Slash is more long range, okay? So first way is here. It's almost like the stick. You'll have here, same motions, okay? The same pass-throughs, the same step-ins, the same cuts. Dagger, just a different method. Same pass-throughs, same stick-ins, same movement, and same back when you use that dagger. So right now I'm going to show you all the ways to use the single knife. The best weapon to train with for your knife is use a wooden knife. Do not go out and buy some real knife and try these techniques. Make sure you have a wooden and make sure it's dull. You can cut it out of some wood, just sand it down, put some varnish on it so you won't get no splinters, and try to make a wooden knife. This is the best way to get feel. A lot of times I like to do with wooden knives. I use aluminum knives sometimes and smooth them up because you want to get that shine. A lot of times I notice if you train too much with a wooden knife and a guy pulls out a real knife, is that you're gonna go into shock. You'll see something shiny, you say, oh no, I'm not used to a shiny knife. So it's good sometimes to get a wooden knife and spray it silver too to get some of that training of seeing a real knife coming at you. Now when you practice with this, I mean, this is the greatest thing, is knife fighting really does develop your hand speed. And with him, with Kumu Haynes, I'm going to show you how to do this single knife. So he's left leg forward. The first one, he's coming at me the same strike. When he comes at me, I'm cutting. See how I cut? And now if he comes at me with that hand, it's a big mistake. Because I just cut him up, and a knife is sometimes it's worse than a gun because it never runs out of ammunition, okay? You can cut forever with the knife. So when he comes at me, we'll block and trap, slice, and just stab, okay? So when that comes at me, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. If his hand's still up, see how I can trap. Use the back end and just keep on cutting, okay? If he keeps his hand on his chest when I come in, see how I can trap it and then cut. If you go in the back, you cut and cut. Remember these little cutting moves. So he's coming at me, 1, 2, and 3. Comes at me. And just be aware of that hand, okay? So go 1, 2, 3, 4, aware, and cut. Or he comes at me, I cut and go aware of this hand. And then I cut, okay? You also can do this like a wing almost. So he comes at me, wing, and cut, okay? Slap him, stab him, trap him, and cut him. So when he comes at me, wing, okay? So that time, what I did, I blocked the stick. Little situation here, little situation, those veins right there, and then you're in on him. Everything is open, okay? Okay, so when he comes at me, cut and cut. Okay, next one is a pass-through. Usually, when I have a knife, when I show single knife against single knife, I like pass-through. I really don't like to get in too close with another guy with a knife. One mistake, it could cost you your life. So, when he comes at me with this one, I'm gonna step through. And you notice if he comes back, there's my bait, there's my trap, there's my gut, there's my gut, wow! Then I can take him to the ground, okay? So, when he comes at me, there's my cut, wow! And there I'm taking to the ground, wow! And cutting his neck and just finish him off. That's if he has a stick, okay? When he has a knife, I rarely go to the ground with him having another knife. You mostly hit and you move. Okay, so when he comes at me, get that pass through. Make sure you pass it through and cut him. Usually he'll lose his stick right there. Then if he doesn't, see, I follow up, get that stab in, or get this cut and come around his body. You want to be behind him, okay? Because if I'm behind him, I don't have to worry about the other hand. So when he comes at me, I'll cut, come behind him, and cut him all up with the knife.